Welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host, Dr. Macho Man Randy Suckit. Yes, that is my given name. So today I am bringing to you a deck referred to currently as SELESNYA HUMANS. It's kind of boring, in the land of fantasy. I bring to you a deck made up of humans. There is an angel in it, so you got that going for you. So anyways, I saw this deck. I thought, I know what it was. I was playing against this deck. I got my butt beat by it severely, and I thought, that is an interesting looking deck. Let's play it and see how well that works out for us. This guy right here, this Torens guy, is where he was really going on. What was it? Oh, it's all the training. It's training. And maybe I didn't pick up the exact deck we had before. But this guy, he says whenever you cast a creature spell, you create a 1/1 green and white human soldier token with training. And so this guy has training. The dudes he puts out have training. And so as long as you can keep other larger creatures on the board, just like what training is, it says whenever this creature attacks with another creature and that creature has greater power, you put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. And so what happens is all these dudes with trainings will eventually buff up to the point where they're as strong as the strongest guy you have on the table with you. And so you got to keep putting out bigger and bigger creatures. You got to keep them kind of pumped. And that way everything kind of pumps up with them. So let's take a look at what else is in this deck. We've got a Hopeful Initiate who's got training. And the thing that's nice about him is that as he gets +1/+1 counters on him, you can remove those from amongst creatures you control, so it doesn't even have to be him, it could be anything, to destroy target artifact or enchantment. So basically he's got a disenchant built into him. But he also will help to generate those counters. We got the Luminarch Veteran, which is that whenever a creature comes into the battlefield under your control, you gain a life. So we got the life gain engine. We'll probably find out someplace that we're going to make use of that. I'm not exactly sure where. Maybe he's just in there to help you stall things to give you more life. We got Intrepid Adversary, who has lifelink, so there's some life gain right there. And he only costs 2 to put out, but for any other groups of 2 you can pump into him, then you get an additional +1/+1 counter on him. And for every +1/+1 counter on him, all of your other creatures get +1/+1. So he's got a built-in Glorious Anthem, which is, this guy is so incredible. He is really, really good. You just got to wait on him. He's just like, you're looking at him and go, I got 2 mana. I can play him eventually right now. And he's a 3/1. Where you're like, oh, totes. I'm totally going for that. But you kind of want to wait if you can until later to play him. Because if you can pay 6, that means you're giving 2+2/+2 to every one of your other creatures. And he's going to be a 5/3 with lifelink, which is great. We got Kabira Takedown, which deals damage equal to the number of creatures you control. The target creature a planeswalker or is a land. We got Luminarch, who puts out +1/+1 counters on your creatures at the beginning of combat. We got Thalia, who makes non-creature spells cost 1 more to cast. We pretty much have creature spells, so that's why that's not so bad for us. But she's a 2/1 with first strike, so she's going to be able to kill anything that blocks her, or that she blocks, that has a toughness of 2 or less, and they'll die before she takes any damage whatsoever. We got, what is she? Just a regular human? She's looking very dour, like she really wants to be a vampire super bad, but she is not. I almost bet that card was probably drawn to be a vampire one, and then someone was like, we need some art for this person named Thalia, Guardian of Thraben. Hey, we got this really emaciated looking chick in armor. Let's go ahead and use her instead. Let's use her for it. All right, so we got Katilda, the Dawnhart Prime. She's got protection from werewolves. Well, I hope it'd be funny to run across a werewolf deck at this point, but human creatures you control have add 1 mana of any of this creature's colors. Okay, so that means that the white dudes put out white, the green and white dudes put out green and white. That's pretty much it. I guess we got this guy who puts out green. Otherwise, for 6, we could put a +1 counter on each creature you control. That's pretty fantastic. I've never gotten to a position where I can actually use her for her 6 ability, so that'd be cool if that happens today. Brutal Cathar. This guy is an incredible exiler. because when he comes into play, he exiles something and he sucks it up under himself. When he transforms into the werewolf version of himself, then he also exiles his target creature an opponent controls. So this guy, he's greedy, and he keeps taking other people and just sucking them into himself. Of course, when he dies, they all come back. Everybody's just like this Easter egg. Welcome back, everybody. I was just getting rid of Adeline, the Resplendent Cathar. So she helps pop out little babies. She puts out 1/1 human tokens, and her power is equal to the number of creatures you control. So that's pretty good. She'll get more awesome the more she attacks, as long as you can keep her and the other things alive, right? Hamlet Vanguard. He enters with 2 +1/+1 counters on it for each other non-token human you control. So when I was playing this, I didn't pay attention to that non-token human. So the things that Adeline pops out aren't going to help you out. But everything else on here, any other human you put out, will help him become big when he hits the play field. We already saw Torens. I kind of wish his name didn't end in S. And so, yeah, this guy has training, and he pops out dudes that also have training. And we've got, at the top end here, we got Sigarda, Champion of Light. So she's a 4/4 angel, flying and trampling, and all of your humans get +1/+1. And then it says if you got Coven, which is when Sigarda attacks, if you control 3 or more creatures with different powers, look at the top 5 cards of your library, and you reveal a human creature from amongst them and put it in your hand. So she helps to recruit some humans there. But it just goes into your hand, and you got to pay for it. So it looks like you'd be playing a human after the attack phase, if that'd be the situation going on. But anyways, all your humans, she's a human lord, and so it makes all of your other humans back here get +1/+1, which ain't bad. We got 2-man lands, we got some regular fast lands, and then we got some not so slow dual lands. So pretty good. All right. So let's see how well this deck does. And we're playing against NightlySongbird. That would be better if it had like a K in front of it for Knightly. Alright, we got 3 mana, which is great. A bunch of cheap creatures. I'm good with this hand. 4 for Sigarda. Starting off with the Frost Dragon. And we'll put out our training boy. Ooh, Intrepid Adversary would definitely be able to get him going. Boy, they're tricking me into it. Alright, I'll do it. I'll do it. Yeah, I'll be able to get the training up on that a little bit. I mean, I just sold out a lot for it, but what's the chance of me getting up to 6 mana? That's famous last words. Yeah, see that? I'm gonna have to call his bluff and just go for it. Yep. Alright, now the Hopeful Initiate is the most badass dude I got out there. Maybe I'll put a Sigarda out on my next turn. I will have then Coven. 3 or more creatures with different powers. We're playing with their blue, green, white, black. I don't know what the tri-level name for that is. Alright, suck it, suckerfish. Yep, we're going for it. The Sigarda's got to attack, so therefore her lack of hastiness is preventing us from getting the effects of her. Who are we gonna pull? Bad boys, what you gonna do? That one. That Ruddlestein needs to take a sleep. I'm the Ruddlestein. I grabbed something that would take care of a permanent if I were you, bud. That's not going to do it. We'll green up on this. Brutal Cathar. Ruddlestein. We'll put out... Well, I hope we don't get wiped out here. That would be really bad. We'll go for the attack. Who are we going to pull? Ooh, Adeline. Absolutely. And we win! Victory! Killergecko. Played by the stupidest looking avatar of all time. 3 mana and 3.5. I'll keep it. Keeping it. Let's put out our green. Pop out an Aspirant. That'd be funny if we play against werewolves. Nope. Rakdos. That's a good, smart thing to do. Let's see. So I should have played out the plateau my last turn. If I do this, I'll be able to bump it up. And we got something that could be mana. See, I want to use that. So I'm just going to say next at this point. Yeah, she looks all badass, like as though she really got protection, but it's protection from werewolves. Yeah, no blocks. Ooh, that's not good for us. Is that Maid of Dishonor, huh? All right, Adeline's starting to look really good. My next turn, I'm definitely popping that Intrepid Adversary. And then we'll take a little walk over to the other side. I'll take it. I don't care. Yeah, no blocks. Problem is he'll probably be able to kill me next turn. Do it again, huh? Yep, let's do it. Oh, we fucking did that? That's ridiculous. Alright, yep, I wasn't paying attention. I was being a dumbass. I can only do 15. No, I can only do 8. I've got life gain for a 7. Let's just do it. Yeah, I got greedy. I didn't think about... I wanted Adeline to charge out, but that did not happen. Another Intrepid Adversary. Is that going to trick me into doing it? So I got a 7 for life gain, who I'm going to sacrifice to anybody charging at me here. So, and then I got those 2 6s. Well, I guess a 1 3. I guess not 2 6s. There's going to be 6 between the two of them. Now it's just a single 3. Okay, if you got a board wipe, now's the time to play it, my friend. Because I am looking way too dangerous for you. Killergecko, what you going to do? What you going to do when I come for you? I think I still got it. I just don't think you can block enough. Because the big deal is that you think Intrepid Adversary, if he gets killed, I'll lose all my power. But I got another one right behind me. There we go. Suck it! And we're playing against Kygon. Alright, here we go. I got 2 mana. 2, 2. Oh, I got a half there. That's not bad. 2, 2. Yeah, we're going to keep it. Keep! I'm going to start off with the takedown. No! Not my... Okay, that's fine. We'll do that one. I guess that was the only non-creature, non-land in my hand. Playing against removal. Green. Do a little Luminarching. This is what white speed looks like right here. I guess I could do speedier. Ward, huh? Discard a card. Now I'm just gonna do this. So next turn I can Intrepid Adversary, I can make him into... There we go, Glorious Anthem. Glorious Anthem! Alright, so this is Selesnya Humans, which I am sure I'm going to call Training Day. Training Day! So the deal is this deck is monumental. It is a fantastic deck. Spitting out creatures, little guys, and just pumping itself up and coming in for the kill. You know, it's pretty amazing. I mean, how white has really taken into what red used to do in the past. I remember I used to have a white weenie deck. It used to have first strike flying, which was just so hard. And I think we would throw double strike on there too, was the deal. So hard to put up with. This thing doesn't have flying, doesn't have double strike, but it is a grower. and it does very well. And for some reason, people can't seem to be able to deal with it all that well. So, so this is it. Let's talk about what's awesome. This deck really showcases training and how awesome that is. And Torens, the Fist of Angels, this guy's so awesome that he's putting out other dudes that have training on them. So you're just getting these 1/1 creatures, these 1/1 little guys, but they are pumping themselves up as they attack with the other buddies on your side. Sigarda, Champion of Light, it glorious anthems all of them, and helps you go look for other humans. It'd be nice if everything goes to your hand. It'd be great if you could put them into the battlefield. Maybe it was under the power of something else, but it's fine. It's fine. I think it was a good thing. So she's a great piece of synergy with the rest of this deck. Hamlet Vanguard. I don't think we saw him get played at all, but dude has Ward 2, and I've seen this guy come out as like a 10/10 because it just takes like, what is it? In the battlefield, +2 counters for each other. You just have to have 5 other humans out there. At which point he just gets totally ballooned. He gets swole, as we would say, when he comes into play. Just ginormous. Couldn't be just a 10/10 because he starts off as a 1. But I mean, I've seen him be what I couldn't believe how huge he can be. So don't discount Hamlet Vanguard. If he comes in late game, even mid game, he can be incredible with how cheap everything else out here. Intrepid Adversary, this guy is monumental for your deck. And Hopeful Initiate is so good. I have never ever used him for his disenchant abilities, but he could totally help out with that if it comes up to it. So yeah, plus Katilda. I think her ability to make your creatures into mana sources was dangerous for me today. I barely recovered from that. But she did allow me to use my creatures to pump the Intrepid Adversary up, which made everything so much better. So yeah, those two together was fantastic. The only thing you got to watch out for is this is entirely creature based, and so anybody sweeping the board is going to reset you over from scratch. And the only good news is that everything you have is so cheap to play that as long as you can draw the cards, you'll be able to play them quickly and get them back out and recover your forces. I think your man land will be your best in that situation, because at least the board gets wiped, but then you got a flying 3/4 dragon. So I can deal with that. Anyways, in today's aggro decks, this is a good solution. I gotta say, for Dr. Suckit, this is one of the best decks for me. I can feel it. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this deck as much as I did. In the words of the Daily Dose of Internet, that's the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Later.